Whispered haunting lullabies in their ears as they slept, causing nightmares to plague their dreams. They manifested as ghastly figures in mirrors and reflections, lurking just beyond sight. Once upon a chilling October night in the small town of Ravenswood, a young woman named Emily found herself drawn to an abandoned mansion that stood ominously at the edge of town. Rumors whispered through the streets about the house being haunted, but Emily's curiosity outweighed her fear. With her camera in hand, she decided to document her exploration and share it on her YouTube channel. Little did she know that this decision would lead her down a path of terror and despair. As Emily stepped into the decaying mansion, a shiver ran down her spine. The air grew heavy with an eerie silence, broken only by the creaking floorboards beneath her feet. She began recording, capturing every detail of the dilapidated rooms. Suddenly, a faint whisper echoed through the hallway. Emily froze, her heart pounding in her chest. She strained to listen, but couldn't make out any words. Ignoring her growing unease, she continued exploring deeper into the house. In one room, she discovered an old diary lying on a dusty desk. As she opened it, a gust of wind blew through the room, extinguishing all light sources except for her camera's night vision mode. The pages of the diary flipped violently on their own accord, revealing tales of tragedy and malevolence that had plagued the mansion for centuries. Emily's hands trembled as she read about a family who had once lived there. They were tormented by an evil presence that drove them to madness and ultimately led to their demise. The diary warned that anyone who entered the house would be forever trapped within its walls. Determined to uncover more secrets, Emily pressed on despite feeling watched by unseen eyes. Shadows danced along the walls as she descended into the basement, a place where darkness seemed to consume everything. As she reached the bottom step, a chilling voice whispered from behind her, "Leave now, or suffer the same fate as those who came before you." Emily's heart raced, but her curiosity pushed her forward. In the basement, she discovered a hidden chamber. The walls were adorned with sinister symbols and strange artifacts. A sense of dread washed over her, but it was too late to turn back now. Suddenly, the room filled with an otherworldly presence. The symbols on the walls began to glow, and a malevolent force surrounded Emily. She screamed in terror as the spirits of the tormented family materialized before her eyes. Their hollow eyes stared into her soul, their voices merging into a chorus of anguished screams. Emily's camera captured every horrifying moment as she desperately tried to escape their clutches. But no matter how fast she ran or how hard she fought, the spirits were relentless. They whispered haunting words that echoed through her mind, driving her to the brink of madness. The house had claimed another victim. Weeks later, Emily's footage was discovered by a fellow YouTuber who stumbled upon her abandoned channel. As he watched in horror, he realized that something far more sinister lurked within those haunted walls, a darkness that hungered for new victims. And so, dear listener, beware of the whispering shadows that haunt Ravenswood's abandoned mansion. For once you enter its grasp, there is no escape from its terrifying embrace. Once upon a chilling October evening, the Johnson family moved into their new residence, a grand old house nestled deep within the woods. Little did they know, this house held a dark secret that would soon unravel their lives. As the sun set and darkness engulfed the surroundings, strange occurrences began to unfold. Whispers echoed through the halls, shadows danced menacingly on the walls, and an icy breeze whispered secrets only the dead could know. The family dismissed these eerie happenings as mere figments of their imagination, attributing them to the house's age and unfamiliarity. However, as Halloween approached, the veil between the living and the dead grew thinner. The spirits that resided within the house became restless, their ethereal presence growing stronger with each passing day. It started innocently enough. Objects would mysteriously move from one place to another. Doors creaked open in the dead of night, and cold spots lingered in every room. Soon it became apparent that these were not ordinary ghosts, but malevolent entities determined to expel the Johnsons from their newfound sanctuary. The family found themselves tormented by relentless apparitions that followed them wherever they went. Their once peaceful home had transformed into a nightmarish prison. The ghosts reveled in terrorizing their mortal victims. They whispered haunting lullabies in their ears as they slept, causing nightmares to plague their dreams. They manifested as ghastly figures in mirrors and reflections, lurking just beyond sight. No matter where they turned or how far they ran, there was no escape from these relentless specters. As October reached its climax on All Hallows' Eve, the spirit's power peaked. The Johnsons found themselves trapped within a labyrinth of horrors within their own home. Every room became a twisted nightmare filled with grotesque apparitions and bone-chilling screams. Desperate for salvation, the family sought help from an enigmatic paranormal investigator. Armed with ancient knowledge and a determination to banish the malevolent spirits, he delved into the house's dark history. Uncovering a tragic tale of betrayal and murder, he discovered that the ghosts were seeking revenge for their untimely demise. With the investigator's guidance, the Johnsons embarked on a perilous journey to appease the vengeful spirits. They unraveled the mysteries surrounding their deaths, offering solace and closure to the tormented souls. As each ghost found peace, their presence diminished until only silence remained. Finally, free from the clutches of the supernatural, the Johnsons emerged from their ordeal forever changed. The horrors they had endured would forever haunt their memories, but they had triumphed over darkness. Their new residence, once a haven of nightmares, became a symbol of resilience and strength. And so, as October faded away and November took its place, the Johnson family moved forward with newfound appreciation for life's fragility. They left behind a house that would forever be whispered about in hushed tones, a testament to the terrifying power of restless spirits and the indomitable spirit of those who dared to face them. Once upon a chilling October night, as the moon cast an eerie glow over the land, a small town nestled in the heart of America prepared to celebrate Columbus Day. Little did they know that this year, their festivities would take a sinister turn. As the townsfolk gathered in the central square, adorned in costumes and masks, a sense of excitement filled the air. The night was filled with laughter and merriment, but unbeknownst to them, an ancient curse had been awakened. Legend had it that centuries ago, when Christopher Columbus first set foot on American soil, he encountered a powerful Native American tribe. The tribe's chief, angered by Columbus's intrusion and disregard for their land, placed a curse upon him and all those who celebrated his arrival. As the clock struck midnight, strange occurrences began to unfold. Shadows danced menacingly along the streets, whispering secrets of forgotten horrors. The wind howled with an otherworldly fury, carrying echoes of ancient chants that sent shivers down spines. One by one, partygoers started to vanish into thin air. Their terrified screams echoed through the night as they were swallowed by an unseen force. Panic gripped the remaining revelers as they realized something was terribly wrong. The town's once vibrant decorations turned macabre. Pumpkins twisted into grotesque faces with jagged teeth and hollow eyes that seemed to follow anyone who dared to look at them. The streets became labyrinthine passages, leading to nowhere but darkness and despair. Desperate to escape this nightmare, the townspeople sought refuge in their homes. But even there, they found no solace. The walls whispered haunting tales of lost souls trapped between worlds. Blood-curdling cries echoed from within closets and under beds. In their terror-stricken state, some brave souls ventured out into the night to uncover the source of this malevolence. They stumbled upon an ancient burial ground hidden beneath the town, where the spirits of the cursed tribe lay restless. As they delved deeper into the burial ground, they discovered a forgotten artifact, a sacred talisman that held the power to break the curse. With trembling hands, they performed a ritual to appease the vengeful spirits and lift the curse that had plagued their town for centuries. With a blinding flash of light, the curse was broken. The nightmarish apparitions vanished, and peace was restored to the once haunted town. But the memory of that fateful Columbus Day would forever linger in their minds, a reminder of the horrors that can be unleashed when history is tainted with darkness. And so, every year on Columbus Day, as the townspeople gather to celebrate, they do so with caution and reverence. They remember the true horror that lies beneath the surface and honor those who suffered at the hands of an ancient curse. Deep in the heart of Bavaria, where the spirit of Oktoberfest thrived, a dark secret lurked beneath the frothy mugs of beer and joyous laughter. As the annual festival approached, an ancient evil awakened, ready to unleash terror upon unsuspecting revelers. The first signs of horror emerged as the sun dipped below the horizon on opening night. The once lively beer tents transformed into sinister chambers, their walls pulsating with an eerie energy. The air grew heavy with a sense of foreboding, as if unseen eyes watched from every corner. As the night wore on, attendees began to notice something unsettling about their fellow festival-goers. Their faces contorted into grotesque masks, their eyes hollow voids that seemed to devour any glimmer of joy. Laughter turned into maniacal cackles that echoed through the night, sending shivers down spines. Within the labyrinthine corridors of the festival grounds, lost souls wandered aimlessly. Their bodies twisted and distorted. They became trapped in a never-ending cycle of torment. Their anguished cries blended with the sounds of traditional Bavarian music, creating a haunting symphony that chilled even the bravest hearts. The beer itself took on a malevolent quality. Each sip carried a curse that seeped into the veins of those who dared partake. It twisted their minds and unleashed their darkest desires, turning them into mindless creatures driven by insatiable hunger for chaos and destruction. As panic spread among the festival-goers, attempts to escape proved futile. The once vibrant streets became mazes of despair, leading only deeper into darkness. The very ground beneath their feet seemed to shift and writhe with malicious intent. A group of brave souls banded together in a desperate bid for survival. Armed with steins filled with holy water and traditional Bavarian relics, they ventured into the heart of this nightmare. They discovered an ancient underground chamber where an evil spirit had been awakened by the festival's revelry. With trembling hands, they performed a ritual to banish the malevolent force. But as they chanted ancient incantations, the spirit fought back with a ferocity that shook them to their core. Shadows danced and twisted, threatening to consume them whole. In a final act of sacrifice, one of the brave souls offered themselves as a vessel for the spirit's wrath. Their body became a conduit for its power, allowing the others to complete the ritual and seal away the darkness once more. As dawn broke over the festival grounds, the nightmare came to an end. The beer tents returned to their lively state, filled with oblivious patrons who would never know the horrors that had unfolded mere hours before. But those who survived would forever carry the weight of that terrifying Oktoberfest in their hearts. They would raise their steins each year with a mix of celebration and trepidation, knowing that beneath the surface of merriment lay a darkness waiting to be unleashed once more.